It's the last Hobbit, guys. We'll never get to see one of these ever again.
No more.
No more. Okay, so I've seen all of the 3 movies. You've only seen the first one, and you haven't seen any of them.
I go in only reading the book.
But I read the book back in middle school.
Yeah, I read it. I read it in high school.
Okay, but you've.
I've never read it.
So what do you guys think?
Not that good, book-wise.
Yeah, honestly.
It's honestly not very good. Lord of the Rings books are great, so I would.
Yeah.
Those were great.
What do you guys think? Because I saw this like when it came out last Wednesday, but I don't want to review it. I didn't want to talk about it alone.
I liked it.
You liked it?
I liked it. A lot of it was kind of far-fetched.
2 things happened. Thorin, right?
Thorin.
What happened in the spoilers?
All
Early.
and shit, and then does
It's been a week.
And then ends up breaking from it, and whatever, fights
Yeah.
instead of gold.
And
the other thing that happened was the major fight.
Yeah.
The
That-
5
that's
armies. I only counted 4.
It was 5.
Okay, hold on. It's like we're
Unless
trying
they
to.
count the dwarves as 2.
It was the dwarves. Okay, I count the dwarves as 1. You had the
Dwarves
2. You
are one.
had 2 orc armies.
Oh, 2 orc armies? I only count. Oh, well then you have like 12 armies. You gotta count the eagles.
I count
the humans, different from
I
elves.
count the eagles as their own army, honestly.
Okay, so we have eagles, orc 1, orc 2,
the elves.
humans, elves.
No humans.
Humans were involved in the elven
Oh, yeah.
army.
No, the humans were their own army.
Okay.
Or their division.
Their
Okay, you got
own
a point.
army.
Of the
Own
elves.
army. They
So-
even abandoned the elf army to go defend their town.
Oh yeah, good point. So
They were their
The
own army.
elves went to the town too.
Because they kept getting fucked over.
So we count the dwarves like as one whole thing.
I don't think so.
I count. Hold on.
There's
you got-
only one dwarf army
Dwarf,
unless you count the
Thorins.
12 people.
Obviously, they made a difference. So, dwarves, Thorin group, eagles, elves, humans, orc.
Yeah. This is
I count 7 armies.
This is a really nerdy conversation. And I haven't read all these. I haven't even read all these books. I've read most of them, but I'm not like a diehard Tolkien guy.
I've read a lot of them. I tried to get through Silmarillion.
Yeah.
It is very difficult to get through. It is extraordinarily difficult.
I had this funny conversation when the movie came out like last Wednesday about like I was talking to my friend before we all went off on a Christmas vacation, and she's like, "Oh, you're gonna see the battle of like the 7 armies, 5 armies." Excuse me, I might have not read the Silmarillion, but this matters.
She was right. It's 7. We just counted.
But the title says 5, so it is.
They lie. Where do they get 5? Do they count orcs as 1?
They count orcs as 2, the eagle army thingy as 1, dwarves as 1,
And elves.
and elves/human.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. They're
No, the eagles are bullshit because like they come at a moment exactly where you know they're coming.
That's the point of the eagles, to do it when things are already set that
Yeah.
they will win.
You like it's the stupid thing about the eagles. You can rely on them because you know exactly when they're gonna come. The problem is when they're gonna come is like as far away as like when they could be the most useful. Because when they come out in the movie, they're having the big showdown between Thorin and Azog, and so. Okay, they're having the showdown, and they have like the standoff, and then you have the orc army coming in the background, and then the big pause, and like then blinded by sunlight, the eagles come down. And I'm like when I saw this movie on Wednesday, I was like, I kind of wanted to throw my hands up in the air. It's like, not surprised. Eagles.
Where were you guys 30 minutes ago? Could
Yeah,
have been
come
more
on.
useful. You know how great it would be to have eagles and dwarves and elves
At
and
once?
humans all fighting one army before the other one gets here, guys?
That'd be great.
Come on! Hey, Thorin, get your ass out of here. You know how nice it would be to have, like 10 more dwarves? I mean, we already have like 300.
I'm a little
12
offended.
more.
Now coming into this movie, I was a little offended. That's only 2.5 hours compared to like the other like 3.
Right?
It's like this is the final one. It's a standard. All of these movies 3 hours minimum. No less.
Lord of the Rings ones were like 3.5 each.
No, only Return of the King was 2.5. Unless you include the extended editions.
I'm only including the extended editions.
Okay.
I've never seen the others.
Okay.
Mouth of Sauron or bust.
Because first Hobbit extended editions like exactly 3 hours. second Hobbit, like 3 hour 20, and now this one, they've already announced how long the extended edition is. It's only the extended edition of this is only 3 hours.
Oh. We have to see that.
And like from the trailer, they cut off like at least 2 big action sequences.
Huh. Is there a Mouth of Sauron part? I'm waiting for Mouth of Sauron to somehow work his way.
Now this movie's like nothing but
Your friend has something great to you.
this movie's nothing but fan service.
Yeah, it is.
Honestly.
It's a lot of fan service.
It's like there's the whole fight scene with Elrond and Sauron. I have no idea why they're having a fight scene to begin with.
Yeah, why are they all together?
Because Galadriel, she rescues Gandalf, and all of a sudden these ghosts about like
The shades.
the shades, yeah.
Shades.
That they seem to have no
They just
physical
show up.
appearance at all, similar to the ring wraiths.
Yeah, and they show
That
up.
seem to be implied to be ring wraiths.
Yeah, and they show up talking about the 3 rings, but like nothing like brings it up other than Galadriel like making this giant blast echo thing.
Probably.
Which she can suddenly do now.
It's like you are all alone in darkness. It's like I am not alone, and they just show up out of nowhere and have like, well, to be fair, a pretty awesome fight scene.
That's pretty cool. And Saruman's like,
It was the best fight.
guys, I got Sauron. I don't. We still good, Sauron.
Yeah, that was like that moment and the moment where Legolas is being told to like find Strider.
Find Strider.
Even though like he's supposed to be like he's like a sperm. Like in the timeline of this movie.
He's literally, it's like 100 years later.
I thought it was only like 60 years.
But how old's Bilbo? He gets to be 111 before everything starts. And what does he look like?
No, because
30?
in the second movie, like in Smaug, they had like a joke about when the elves got captured by Legolas and the other wood elves. He finds like a trinket from one of Thoron's guys. And he's like, "Who's this? Oh, that's my wife. Who's this ugly like baby thing? That's my son, Gimli." It's like, I don't like that kind of like try to like connecting callback. I like these smaller gags, like with when Bilbo comes back to the Shire and like he's talking about like one of his relatives is like stealing his stuff.
Yeah.
It's like that callback. That works. That's funny. That adds to the character. That's not trying to force a connection or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And you watch like the first release Fellowship, they reference that kind of stuff,
They do. Yeah.
and it seems seamless.
So, was Azog ever in the book?
I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a long time.
I think Azog was in the book.
Well, Galadriel wasn't in the book, but like
Galadriel wasn't, or Legolas.
or Toriel.
And
Toriel's
Orlando
compl-
Bloom does not look good in this.
I saw like a Facebook post earlier this week about like they're comparing like him now to him in Fellowship. His face is completely different.
Oh, it's completely different.
like it's a lot more rounder. It was a lot more rounder and smaller and like more delicate in Fellowship.
And now he's like 40?
Completely.
He's so different.
Completely like square jawed.
Yeah, he Benjamin Buttoned.
Yeah. Am I there aren't enough perfect Legolas moments in this movie.
There really aren't many. Except for the whole grabbing onto a bat.
Yeah. And like no, I love that moment where he's shooting arrows at guys to protecting Thorin, and then he runs out.
Trying to protect the one person he really wants to protect.
And he's like, "Oh shit!" And I'm like, that moment really made me laugh because that's like the only time in like all of the movies where he ran out of anything.
Yes. Only time he runs out.
Yeah, it's hysterical.
Or when he decides like, fine.
And he takes the shot.
Yes.
Like he doesn't even try to throw it to Thorin; he just throws it right at the guy.
I think it'd be hard
I love how he does it too. He's like,
to it.
I guess, but
Because he'd have to catch it, and you'd have to make it safe for him to catch it.
yeah.
you know, he'd be like, toss it up, sink, ah.
No, and I like how like he still has staggers, so like him contemplating throwing it. It's like, you already
He
have.
thinks pretty hard about it.
It's like, no, in the moment you laughed at it too, but like he and Bog, they're fighting on like the broken tower, and he's about to fall, but he literally hops on the falling
That's
bricks.
so dumb. Come on.
It's like a Mario game.
It is.
And the guy in Bog, like he doesn't even react to it. Like he's like to like blocking him. He's like just standing there when he gets up and attacks him.
Yeah,
again.
he's not like, push your head down.
Yeah.
Nope, he's like, respect.
What the hell?
He's like, no, this is not okay.
That's not possible.
Not acceptable. Not how things work, guys. Legolas is, Dad.
We talked more about the plot about this movie, but there is no plot really.
I talked about the plot.
It's mostly one-for-one trades.
Yeah.
That's the plot.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to kill Bond?
It's
You
a
need to
big-
give us a Keely.
It's a big 50 minute like action movie.
Yeah.
And the other hour before that, it's just like
Don't
build up or just something to like,
don't set him off.
yeah. Well, to me, the Thorn thing was pointless. Because that doesn't come anywhere from like, you didn't even get a hint of that from like the other movies. It just kind of like.
Oh, suddenly he's insane.
It's like an
But the
episode.
gem is sexy.
They do nothing though.
The Arkenstone is fucking sexy.
Yeah.
It just sits there and be sexy.
Like I don't get like this kind of though. Like the problem is I don't have like a big like emotional reaction to like I'm not like sad this series is over. Because this whole movie.
Because it's not over. It goes to the Lord of the Rings.
Well, yeah, that too, but also because like since it's all one big action sequence, you don't really have time to appreciate character really.
It's because you're supposed to watch
It's the same problem.
You're supposed to watch it as an 8.5 hour.
I know, but it's made now after that, so like, and it's being marketed as like one last time in this universe, so like,
It is.
it's the same problem I had with Deathly Hallows Part 2. It's like one big action sequence, but I don't really have time to sort of.
I didn't even understand it.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't understand it.
I read the seventh
Stuff was happening,
book.
and then they'd put stuff in dark places, and
Yeah.
I can't see what's going on.
Yeah. Now before we sign off, what do you guys think of the high frame rate thing?
Oh, the high frame rate was so nice.
I've seen all three of
I
these in
liked
high
it.
frame rate.
I liked it a lot. The high frame rate in the IMAX was great. You could see freaking everything. when they're leaving on the ice, that floating ice is just the sexiest thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god. I feel like I'm
What do
there.
you think, Corey?
And
Do
the
you
blood
notice
slush.
I think I'm too used to high frame rate, and if I go lower, then I'll be like, oh, this is so slow and shit.
It's yeah. It's weird because like everyone's moving really really fast, but the audio is still the same. So like your mind sort of has to adjust to that.
But it's nice.
I've seen all of these three movies in like high frame rate. It's a weird experiment. I don't know if it really works that well because like on all three of those movies like it sounded really inconsistently. I think it's all based on camera work and like how long your edits are.
I guess. The frame rate it in.
Because in the
Because
beginning,
it seemed very documentary-esque in
Yeah.
the beginning. Like,
Yeah.
I felt like it was
and
kind
it's
of
gotten better. Like
documentary-y.
it's gotten better. So the first one was really off. This is like the best it's been. But some scenes look really really weird. Cause like some scenes move really really fast, and like the camera moves fast, and then, like you have.
used to it.
Yeah, I guess you do. I've gotten used to it after three
I liked
movies.
it. I got used to it
I
in
got
this one.
used to it after, what, 15 minutes?
Yeah, ditto.
Like yeah, when there are slower edits or like when things are slowing down a little bit more, you can get more of the detail like you're supposed to be capturing.
Oh yeah, you see everything.
Like you see every like freckle or like pore on the actors' faces.
And the
So-
blood slushy.
Yeah.
Like when it's in the ice and it's bloody, you're like, that is some blood slush
Yeah.
ice I see there.
Yeah, and like since it's one big action sequence and high frame rate works great in that, then
And of
it's
course,
It's pretty good.
as usual, the elves are dicks in this.
yeah.
I like the elves. Fuck you. That dude on the moose, I was like, I hope you make it.
No,
I like
no,
you.
No, I'm not saying that they aren't good, but I'm saying they're dicks in terms of the movie.
Yeah.
So is Thorin. Thorin's the biggest dick in this
Well,
movie.
you haven't seen the other movies, so you have no context of like.
Zero context. But I
He-
disliked how inconsistent Sting was.
Yeah.
It decided to be blue and not blue at completely arbitrary times. Like, oh, there's orcs everywhere. It isn't blue.
They're like a.
Oh, there's like one orc over there. Blue.
No.
And they never even reference it.
Yeah.
They're never like, oh, his sword's blue, everyone watch out.
And they spent like a whole like tiny scene in the last movie referencing how he got the name Sting.
Yeah, and nothing. They don't
Yeah.
even talk about it. And he gets the mithril, never stabbed. See, in the book, I think he at least gets stabbed.
Yeah.
Like, that's why the whole
Frodo only
mithril's
got
there.
stabbed like once at
By a
least.
fucking troll, man.
Yeah, and then like, okay, we've served its purpose.
Mithril is done.
Okay. Oh, we're over time now, so like, yeah, it's good.
It's good.
If you're, of course, if you're a Tolkien fan, you've seen it already. But honestly, like I like, it's a solid ending. But honestly, none of these three movies could compare anything close to like the Lord of the Rings.
Oh god, no, the Lord of the
I
Rings
don't
is
think it's
amazing.
supposed
Lord of the
to.
Rings.
Yeah, but I know, but like there's a certain expectation about it.
Yeah.
But it was a fun ride. I appreciate having this like annual tradition, and I'll miss it.
You know what's weird?
But
In the Lord of the Rings movies, the whole army against army was even better done then.
is it?
Like the old timey army versus army just worked better.
Yeah.
Because this one's just a lot of dudes circling around.
Oh yeah. At least like in Return of the King, at least you had a bigger open space.
You had a big open space, there were elephants fighting, and everything still looked all worked out. This one was like
A mess of CGI.
background.
A mess of CGI.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's for another discussion.
Supposed to.
Bye.
Go internet nerds.